agree with Dre's approach to new media?
I don't know. First of all, Molly, I don't know what new media is. Okay, I don't know what the media is doing that I didn't deal with as a player, or JJ didn't deal with as a player, or we didn't deal with coming up. We had reporters and beat writers that hated all the time. We had people on television that didn't know certain particular things about the game, and they made outlandish statements. That's been happening since the beginning of time. Guess what? I never made it personal. And that's just me in particular. I ain't saying Draymond shouldn't. I ain't saying KD shouldn't when they clap back. It just never could be personal for me because you are not doing what I'm doing. And when you're wrong, if we can have a legit conversation about it and I can tell you why you're wrong, or you could tell me why you said something, cool, all for that. But the whole new media idea, like I love these guys having their meetings. I love that they have podcasts. I love that they can get their own word out, their own version of how they see things transpiring and what's happening. But opinions and critiques and articles have been written since the beginning of time, okay? It's going to continue to happen. Beat writers, analysts, commentators, personalities on television are going to say things about you or your team or people that you're close to that you don't like. They're going to give an opinion that you don't like, or you might not even respect. And I am all for you clapping back. Just don't, let's not get this scenario started like something that's happening in media that ain't been happening forever, okay? Now it's just social media. Now it's just 100 million people see it immediately, as opposed to it taking a couple of days to circulate through a news cycle unless it's by a writer that everybody pays attention to. Players have been getting criticized, critiqued, talked about wrong, giving opinions about them being wrong when people don't know the full story since the beginning of the time.
But Marcus,
you choose how you respond to it. But this ain't no new media.
And I'm going to let you jump in. But I feel like it's not that old media's changed. It's that there is new media. Is kind of where we're going. And when you're talking about, but I'm just saying, say it's 15
years ago or so. As far as them having voices?
No, I'm just saying now everything's different, right? Like there's more and more podcasts, more and more social media. So old media, if I'm old media, right, traditional, that hasn't changed. But now the new media exists because of all these other platforms. That's what I'm gathering. But JJ, I'll let you go. People want to hear from you.
Well, so you're right, Molly, and Marcus, you're also right in the sense that players and athletes have been criticized and discussed ad nauseum since the beginning of time. That's I'm not going to argue with that at all. But you and I are the same generation. We played against each other in AAU basketball. Houston Hoops versus Boo Williams.
You did?
Yep. Oh, yes.
Boo Williams,
Can we get
you had Carlos Hurt, your point guard. He was a talent. He was a talent.
I need some photos.
Shooter, baby.
I need some photos of a young JJ and Swagu.
Yeah, but
JJ was the truth.
Yeah, I was a killer.
I'm sure. I mean, look what he went on to do. But you did all right too, Marcus.
You did all right too. But we are the first generation that has had to deal with what media is today, and I think that's the distinguishing factor here. You know, there's like three parts. There's three parts of media. How we sort of talk about media now. Okay. It's traditional media. That's your newspapers. That's I'm not going to say shows like this, but that's 6 o'clock local news. That's Sports Center. That's sort of traditional media.
Radio.
Columnists, sports radio. That's traditional media. Then you have aggregate media, which is the worst kind of media, the worst kind of media. And we go on this show, and we have to deal with aggregate media. Aggregate media is when someone. Clutch Points is an awful site. It's an awful platform. Clutch Points, for instance, they take something that I say or that Kevin Durant says, they take it like there's out of context and then there's out of context.
Yep.
That then goes viral on 50 to 100 different aggregate media sites, fan-sided. All these, they're not. It's not real media, but it's part of media now. Aggregate media. Bleacher Report started it 12, 15 years ago. Whenever they started, that essentially is what aggregate media is. Then you have social media. And this is where every single person has a platform, a voice on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, of course, right? So we are the first generation that has had to deal with these two new forms of media where it is constant. And even this network, like PTI started this debate format, but the 80s, the 90s, I used to watch ESPN every day. there would be a 6 or 7 o'clock Sports Center, and that would rerun till 12, and then you had strongman competition. You had strongman competition in the afternoon. Then you had a 6 o'clock
Late
Sports
night,
Center. And a lot of it was news telling. It was news telling, reporting on the score. Let's give a preview of tonight's game. It is not the current format of what ESPN is. So over the last 15 years, and it all started pretty much with social media and these debate shows, our generation of athletes have had to deal with a different type of media pressure, media scrutiny, and media attention. You cannot argue that. You cannot argue that. The new media, I'm hoping to get clarification next week from Draymond on his definition of new media, but the new media to me, I think in its simplest form, is just athlete-driven content. Athletes using whatever platform they have, whether that is social media, whether that is a podcast, whether that is people like me and you coming on these shows and getting into the debate and expressing and using our own experiences to form opinions. That's essentially what new media is, in my eyes. You brought up something that I just want to point on that is so important to understand and to be cautious of, and that is personal bias. Marcus, you and I are not allowed to have personal bias when we get on these shows. I wish I could. I wish I could. I'm not allowed to have it. It would be unethical, and I wouldn't be doing my job anymore. I don't bring any personal bias to this, and that is the cautionary tale for any athlete looking to get into this new media space. And we've already seen examples of this over the last couple months. Your credibility is lost. It's lost and gone when you bring personal bias into the equation.
100%. 100%.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.